My name is Sujan Mukherjee. I am the global HR leader for the software entity in Stellantis. Stellantis, many people may not know, it's a year-old baby, but very old, right? So it's a merged entity of FCA, Fiat Chrysler, and PSA, Peugeot Citroën. In India, we have brands like Jeep Compass, Wrangler, Citroën, C5 Aircross. See, COVID or without COVID, there are some certain trends which have been envisaged in auto industry particularly. You might have heard about electric vehicles, battery e-mobility. We call it e-mobility. That is the biggest trend that we are seeing in the auto industry. Second important point, and that is related to COVID, definitely, it's employee engagement. Individual freedom of choice has become very, very important these days. And third most important, we have seen and we have witnessed, and we have been talking about for a long time about this, is the carbon footprint, saving the planet. These are the three major changes or trends that we are seeing in the industry. Yeah, so all these three trends, this is a very important question. All these three trends are actually making a transformative effect on the industry. And not only auto industry, in fact, all the industries, but automotive industries particularly, right, having this. Traditionally, we are a manufacturing company, and we are now, transforming more into a tech company, right? So in fact, some tech companies may also, take some good things from traditional manufacturing companies. So I think stereotyping of, tech company or transform in manufacturing company, this will go away in short while. So this is one thing that I see in 2025. Though the change will be slower, I think more changes you will see by 2030, right? But 2025 definitely will see this change. One important point which I'll focus here is, right now we are doing it in our organization, but maybe in other organizations, they will also follow, or maybe they are ahead of us in some of the companies. That is on focus on circular economy. So when we say circular economy, this is traditionally we go from cradle to grave. So we are talking about cradle to cradle, right? Business model. So we are thinking about the environment, decreased waste, and less use of planet's resources by 4 Rs: remain, reuse, repair, and recycle. So these two things I think are very, very important, that by 2025. One which is particular about our company, and even not our industry, but our company, but I think it's true for many of the organizations in the earth. That is the diversity. Diversity in terms of people, in terms of brands, in terms of technology. And these three are very, very important. Second one is care for the future, protecting the current to have a bright future, and caring for your own people. When I say people, your own employees, right? Company and the planet, right? So doing good now is important to actually doing good, get the cash and invest in all these three. Third important pillar for success is the collective entrepreneurial spirit. So we talk about entrepreneurship, etc., but collective entrepreneurial spirit is what we are looking at to make a cutting edge freedom towards mobility. So all should work towards that. And we have a core value in this. We call it win together, right? So these are the three success pillars that I'll talk about. So there are three business priorities when I talk to my leaders, my business leaders, and of course, industry outside. The most important one which comes out is the agility. So, new era of agility we talk about. How do we move fast? How do we move together, right, in this? And working remotely, succession plan, and decrease in the usage of real estate. These are the first important point that I see. And succession plan from HR side, because I'm HR leader, and also how people come and work remotely. These two are important. Leadership, teamwork, all this becomes important in this number one challenge. Second priority which comes up is definitely cost consciousness, right? So we have to be cost conscious on everything that we do, on the every process that we do in manufacturing or in the other areas, right? Third important point is we need to review now insourcing and outsourcing plan. So what we insource in the organization and what do we outsource in the organization. We are actually reviewing that fast, and we are working on that. So these are the three top business priorities business leaders talk about. Yeah. So in fact, I'll be talking in Indian context, because I work in an MNC, but I'll talk in Indian context. So it's leadership uh, throughout. I'll talk about Tata, right? Tata is the organization where you can see continuity in leadership and the sustenance and growth that happened since the start, right? That is because many leaders have come in Tata, but the current person whom I admire is Ratan Tata. Definitely, he inspires people, and they, because of his, leadership, the employees and management adhere to the values, which are very, very important. Adhering to the values, and therefore, the huge conglomerate is going on well and becoming stronger each day, right? So they live by values. So what I have seen, you should have a very meaningful purpose in life and follow it with conviction. So these days, particularly, you have a lot of distractions, what we call, attention economy. I mean, mobile thing happens and your diversion goes away, right? So have a purposeful or meaningful purpose in life. Practice mindfulness in whatever you do, right? And I'll say something very radical, right? People think multitasking is good. Yes, it is good, but don't make multitasking a habit. It reduces the value we generate in the long term. So have, focused, meaningful life is very, very important.